It is given in this question that ft is equal to minus 1 to the power n plus 1 times 2. If t is equal to 2n minus 1, when we put this value of t here, then we get f 2n minus 1 is equal to minus 1 to the power n plus 1 times 2. Now we want to find the value of f 2n plus 1 by observing this. Here it is 2 times some natural number, n belongs to n, 2 times some natural number minus 1. Therefore, we will also convert this 2n plus 1 in the form of 2 times some natural number minus 1. This is equal to f2n plus, here is 1. We write here 2 minus 1, because 2 minus 1 will be equal to 1. That is equal to f. We take 2 common from 2n and this 2. 2n plus 1 minus 1. When n is natural number, then n plus 1 will also be a natural number. Therefore, now this has been converted in this form. Therefore, its value will be minus 1 to the power number next to this natural number n, 1 greater than this natural number n, minus 1 to the power natural number 1 more than this natural number, that means n plus 2 times 2. That means value of f2n plus 1, f2n plus 1 will be equal to this. Again, it is given in this question that ft is equal to 2n plus 1 minus t by 2 times f2n minus 1 plus t minus 2n minus 1 by 2 times f2n plus 1 when t lies between 2n minus 1 and 2n plus 1. Now we want to write this ft in a little simplified form. For that purpose, we write ft is equal to 2n plus 1 minus t by 2 times f2n minus 1. But f2n minus 1 is equal to this, minus 1 to the power n plus 1 times 2 plus t minus 2n plus 1 by 2 times f2n plus 1, this value minus 1 to the power n plus 2 times 2, that is equal to these two will be cancelled out, these two will be cancelled out. We take minus 1 to the power n plus 1 common from here and here. minus 1 to the power n plus 1. Then there is left 2n plus 1 minus t. Here will be minus 1 because we have taken power n plus 1. Therefore, once here is left minus 1, that minus 1 will make this plus sign, convert this plus sign into minus sign, and minus sign before this bracket will be minus t plus 2n minus 1. This plus 1, this minus 1 will be cancelled out. 2n plus 2n will be 4n minus t will be minus 2t. That is equal to minus 1 to the power n plus 1, 4n minus 2t. Now we take 2 common from here and here. Then we get minus 1 to the power n plus 1 times 2n minus t. This is ft. That means ft is equal to this when t lies between 2n minus 1 and 2n plus 1. Now we want to know whether this function is continuous at 2n minus 1 point from right hand side. Therefore, we will find limit of t tends to 2n minus 1 right hand limit ft. This is equal to limit of t tends to 2n minus 1 from right hand side. Ft is this minus 1 to the power n plus 1 times 2n minus t, but t tends to 2n minus 1. Therefore, 2n plus 1. This 2n will be cancelled out. Therefore, this will be equal to minus 1 to the power n plus 1 times 2, which is equal to this. That means equal to f 2n minus 1. Therefore, this function is continuous at 2n minus 1 from right hand side. Therefore, in place of less than, we can write less than equal to. Now, we want to know whether this function is continuous at 2n plus 1 point from left hand side. Limit of t tends to 2n plus 1 from left hand side. Ft is equal to limit of t tends to 2n plus 1 from left hand side. Ft minus 1 to the power n plus 1 times 2n minus t, but t tends to 2n plus 1, 2n minus 1. This 2n will be cancelled out. Minus 1 to the power n plus 1 times minus 1 will be equal to minus 1 to the power n plus 2. Minus 1 to the power n plus 2 times 2, and this is equal to f 2n plus 1. F 2n plus 1. That means this function is continuous at 2n plus 1 from left hand side. Therefore, in place of less than, we can write less than equal to. Now we want to find value of integration ft dt 2n minus 1 to 2n plus 1, where ft is this function. We proceed like this and get its value 0. That means value of this integral is equal to 0. Let us understand that what is meaning of this result. Here n is natural number. When we put n is equal to 1, then we get this. When we put n is equal to 2 here and here, then we get this. When we put n is equal to 3 here and here, then we get this. That means definite integral between any two consecutive odd natural number will be equal to 0. This is the meaning of this result. It is given in this question that gx is equal to integration ft dt 1 to x belongs to 1 infinity. We want to find solution of gx is equal to 0 in the interval 1, 8. Now there are many possible cases when x lies in the interval 1 to 3. Not equal to 1, but it may be equal to 3. In this case, gx will be equal to integration ft, this. After integrating it, we find gx is equal to this. Since gx is this, therefore gx is equal to 0 will give x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 4n minus 1. Here n is natural number. When we put 1 in place of n, we get x is equal to 3. Since x can be equal to 3, therefore this value of x is accepted. But this solution x is equal to 1 will not be accepted because x is greater than 1. X is greater than 1. Thus, acceptable solution in this case is x is equal to 3. Case 2. When x lies from 3 to 5, then gx is equal to 1 to x, but x lies between 3 and 5. By using this property of definite integral, we can write 1 to x is equal to 1 to 3 plus 3 to x. Value of this integral will be equal to 0 because of this result. And when we put ft, this value of ft, we get this. After integrating and a little simplification, we get gx is equal to this. Since gx is equal to this, therefore gx is equal to 0 implies that x is equal to 3 or x is equal to 4n minus 3. When we put 2 in place of n, we get x is equal to 5, and 5 lies in this interval. Since this value is already written here, therefore we get one more value, 5, as a solution. X is equal to 5. Similarly, in case 3, when x lies between 5 to 7, we get solution of gx is equal to 0 as 5 and 7. Since we already have written this solution 5, therefore now we will write this solution. X is equal to 7. And in case 4, when x lies between 7 to 8, then we get only one solution, x is equal to 7, and this solution has already been written here. Thus, we get these 3 solutions. It is given in this question that alpha is number of solution of gx is equal to 0 in this interval, but we already have found out solution of gx is equal to 0 in this interval, and those solutions are x is equal to 3, x is equal to 5, and x is equal to 7. Therefore, number of solution will be 1, 2, 3. 3. That means value of alpha will be 3. Now, it is given in this question that beta is equal to limit of x tends to 1 plus gx by x minus 1. When we put this integral in place of gx, then we get this. This is in 0 by 0 indeterminate form because x tends to 1. Area under fx dy is equal to fx curve, when from 1 to 1 will be 0. Therefore, numerator tends to 0 and denominator also tends to 0. To find this limit, we will use L'Hospital's rule. This limit is equal to this limit, means derivative of numerator by derivative of denominator. To differentiate this numerator, we will use this formula. We put upper limit in place of t. Here is x, therefore we write fx times. Now we differentiate upper limit. When we differentiate this x with respect to x, we get 1. Then we write minus sign. Now we put lower limit a in place of t. Here is 1. Therefore, we put 1 in place of t and get f1 times. Now we differentiate this lower limit. d1 by dx will be equal to 0. When we put 1 in place of x, we get this limit as f1. Now, in this given information, when we put 1 in place of n, then we get value of f1 as this. This is equal to 2. That means value of beta is equal to 2. Now in this question we are asked to find out value of alpha plus beta. Since value of alpha is 3 and value of beta is 2, therefore alpha plus beta will be equal to 5.